Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Well, I think you already know who beat them Saints today. Ain't that right?
Golf clap.
What's your thing with the golf clap, man? That's just...
I don't know, dude. I mean, I get it. Listen, congratulations. I'm not going to be an asshole and be like that and discredit you guys because you won the game. Congrats. You guys made better plays. You scored touchdowns and we didn't. So credit to you guys. But at the same time, it's just like after watching this team for so long, it's hard to want to credit any team because you just look at the way the Saints
Oh,
played.
shit. Hey, yo, I'm getting ready to bring a special guest on, my brother.
Yo,
what is going on, man? What is going on?
We that.
We that, baby. We that.
Indeed, we that.
What is going on, man? Hey, listen. I understand you couldn't make it Tuesday. It's all good. Go ahead. They should all know who the hell you are. But go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is ATL Will, and I'm a Falcons fan because they own the Saints. And that's my biggest accomplishment right now is that we beat the Saints today.
Ooh.
Nothing else matters. We beat the Saints.
Yeah, man. Hey, I understand you only got a couple minutes, so we'll try to get. I mean, what was your just takeaway from this game? You know, because I don't think a lot of people understand how big this actually was. This is the first time we beat the Saints in Atlanta in 6 years.
It's been a while, man. Biggest takeaway is probably just the environment that the fans gave today. Sorry, my dog is going insane.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm just glad he's alive right now. That's all. I'm just thankful, considering everything that happened this past week, which was the reason I wasn't able to make it on Tuesday. But definitely the environment, because, like, there was talks about, like, boycotting the team, not showing up to games. But if you look at the game today, it's like, that's not true. We outnumbered the Saints fans probably like 80 to 20.
Oh,
maybe
absolutely. It was literally, it was not like you walk in years past. Noah went to the game close. And what was it? The last week 18, 2021. I mean, it was definitely majority Saints fans. That stadium was full of 80% Falcons fans today. So
yeah, like that's our house, and I expect it to continue that way. Like, honestly, the tide's turning, and this is the year that the Saints are like, they're done. Like, that dynasty years past, the winning consecutive years, like, it's done. And those fans have got to be out of it very soon, if not already.
Hold on. We got a Saints fan in here right now.
Yo, what's up, 44?
What's up, ATL Will, man? First and foremost, I just want to say I hope you're doing better, brother. Hope everything's good at the house and
yes, sir.
all that stuff, man. So God bless you, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Congratulations. I'm not going to be – I mean, obviously I was pissed off after the game.
Yeah.
A lot at my own team, but I'm not going to be that guy that's going to sit there and say, oh, well, fuck the Falcons. Y'all beat a shitty team and all that, which, I mean, although I do believe the Saints suck.
Yeah, we suck as well, so we can agree on that.
But shit, we're leading listen, this is a sucky-ass division. We know we're trash, but we're still leading this division.
And for me personally, like, I don't really care to win this division, man. Like, I'm just happy. I just want to sweep the Saints. Like, I'd like to win it maybe, but, like, at the same time, it's not something I'm going to, like, you know, truly cherish and, like,
well, all right,
let's go. We made it to the playoffs, but, like,
we ain't won a division title in 7 years.
I know that's the big thing for me. Like, yeah, that'd be awesome. Buy our NFC South champ shirts, which I think we will win the division. But, like, in the long run, is that really going to be beneficial?
We definitely should.
I really don't know.
Here's the big key. Right now, the Falcons are 3-0 in this division. We've beaten every team in the division. We know the Panthers are fucking trash. We beat Tampa Bay, and we beat the Aints today. So we still got 3 more games, you know, 1 versus each team. So right now, looking at it, you know, that's very favorable because we know the Panthers are out of it, but Tampa Bay, their only one in the division is versus New Orleans, and the Saints are now have a 1-2 division record. They beat Carolina and they lost to Tampa Bay and Atlanta. So
Yep.
Oh, shit.
He fucking made a 59-yard field goal in the rain.
I don't have the game on right now. But yeah, Blake Groupie though.
Noah picked him up in fantasy. Noah, because
That's a good
I gotta give credit to Noah. He called this shit. He said the Saints are gonna kick a lot of field goals, and that's all they did was kick field goals today.
That's what they do.
They didn't even score a touchdown.
They do nothing. Yeah, if you want to beat the Saints, then score touchdowns. That's all you got to do. And 3 touchdowns should do it. They're not going to score. They'll kick a bunch of field goals.
Absolutely, and that's why I give you guys credit for actually scoring touchdowns. I mean,
for once, right? Like we've had the same problem. We get down there, we fumble it away, we settle for a field goal, take sacks. So I can relate with the pain on that for sure.
Well, all right. Another thing I will note is you can have, I mean, if you're looking at it actually from that perspective, that Jesse Bates pick 6 was huge because that was really the moment where the Falcons did not let the lead go after that.
Yeah. We needed that, man. We really did. I think the Saints probably get a touchdown on that drive if we don't get that.
It was 3rd and 3. They were deep in their territory. And, I mean, that's – if you're honestly talking about the top plays the Falcons have had in the bench, that might honestly – very well be one of the top plays with the magnitude of it, how it shifted the tide in that game, how big this game was, the feeling around this game, all the stars we brought out for this game. We had a big concert at halftime. That play right there, that really signified the shift.
I could go as far as turning. That's probably the top play we've had this entire season. 90-something
not the entire season, maybe in the bench, period.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely argue.
The Drew Brees interception.
That's the other one. That's the other one.
That's up there for sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
Which was the last time we beat you guys in the bench before today.
Yeah, the first year was open.
That's so sad to me, man. But I mean, I'm glad we got to pick it up today. But those 6 years is just like. I can't believe we let it go on that long.
Yeah, I couldn't believe so either. And just to kind of add on to what y'all were saying about that particular play, I was literally screaming at my freaking TV before the play happened. It was 3rd and 3. Please run Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
Please run Taysom Hill.
Well, here's another thing, too. The Falcons for years, and listen, Taysom Hill had that big catch. He had a couple big runs early. But after, you could tell Ryan Nielsen knew how to figure that dude out down the stretch. They brought him down. They loaded up that box. And the bigger thing was that fumble basically was after that. You look back on it, the Falcons are not losing this game. That was the real, because the Saints were driving again on that drive. And it was literally like, I think it was the final play of the 3rd quarter. I said this on the stream Tuesday. I said, whoever wins this 4th quarter is going to be who wins this game. And damn it, the Falcons won the 4th quarter. They scored. You got the Bijan touchdown. You got that long drive that ended in a field goal that basically iced the game. You got so many. And that fumble really set up for how that 4th quarter could go in our favor.
Yeah. Which that's the classic Falcons win that if we're going to win games this year, we do it that way. We hardly pass the ball. We pound the running game down the opponent's throat late in the 4th quarter because they can't stop it. We've seen it all year. We've seen it in the games we've won in past years even. When the 4th quarter comes, they cannot stop the run game. They know it's coming.
No.
And that's the one props I'll give Arthur Smith. He knows how to run the damn ball when it matters.
That is how Arthur Smith's offense is built. And why we have not been doing that all season.
We've treaded away from that, and we're trying to build Ritter into this franchise guy. He's not.
I want to talk about Ritter with you in a second because a lot of people are more concerned with him than the fact we actually beat the Saints in our own house for the first time in 6 years. But I'll go ahead and say that is the way the Falcons are built to win with Arthur Smith's offense. It's pounding that rock, and you saw a lot of plays to the right side of that offensive line. And even though Caleb McGarry sucks ass in pass blocking, we know the reason why he brought him back is because of how valuable a run blocker he is. and you get Bijan going, you get Algier going. So I called it, and CP didn't have as big of a game as I thought he would because everyone really ate today in that backfield. But CP got involved, and I called it. I said, this is going to be a game CP's going to make an impact on. I said, you're going to get Bijan. We know what he's going to do. You're going to get a lot of CP sprinkled in throughout, and you're going to have Algier as your finishing back. And damn it, what happened?
Yep, he runs through a motherfucker's face. That's what he does.
That should be the strategy that the Falcons go into every game. That is the strategy the Falcons are built off of. Not this, we're going to pass the ball 40 times a game with Desmond Ridder, go off play action. I mean, Ridder, we saw the 2 interceptions today. The first one, to me, he just put too damn much muster on that football. I don't know where he was looking. There was too much traffic. The second one, to me, it was kind of a 50-50 ball. But, I mean, when Tyrann Mathieu is covering freaking Van Jefferson, you cannot throw that ball. I mean, come on. Yeah. So, how do you feel Ridder did, obviously taking that into account, and then everything else?
Other than the 2 picks, man, he actually did good. I would say definitely with his legs, utilizing his legs, escaping multiple sacks. He really killed him with his legs today. And then, he had some insane throws. He had 2 insane throws. The first one to Drake London, which was just probably the best throw he's had all year. That was just incredible. And then the Bijan touchdown was good, too. It was on the run, on the money, too. Other than those 2 picks, I would give him an A day. I would give him probably an A- day other than those 2 picks.
I honestly, because Warner was coming in on the blitz, and he was ready to just lay Ridder out. But you had Bijan one-on-one in man coverage with Demario Davis. I don't care how good of a linebacker you are. That is a mismatch right there. And look at how that's the thing. I look at that touchdown, how it was drawn up. It was drawn up to the T. Execution was perfect. That is the thing we're talking about. We want Arthur Smith to be creative. And that's why I've honestly said myself, even though, we fucking get on to him for having Jonnu Smith passing to Michael Pruitt while Kyle Pitts is blocking. I like to see those creative elements, but you have to have good execution. And if you're going to be creative, do it with the guy you drafted 4th. See, another thing too, Kyle Pitts, a 2-catch day?
Yep.
Now, we won. It doesn't really matter to me.
I will say this. I'll go on record and say this. Kyle Pitts is not going to re-sign with us when his contract's over with. And
I'll go ahead and say this. I think he's going to be traded this offseason. There's a real possibility.
I can see that.
On this team
I don't think y'all fucking need him. He's useless at this point. He's not a part of what y'all want to do.
Really don't.
First year of his career, everything went according to plan. Over 1,000 yards, just unbelievable.
Everything did not go according to plan because Ridley quit on the team, and when he was drafted, Julio was still here. But the difference was then he had Matt Ryan throwing him the ball.
Yeah, he was exactly as advertised. You couldn't ask for a better rookie year from him, despite only having 1 touchdown. And it's I don't think we'll ever see that version of him on the Falcons again. And he's going to be fine.
That MCL, I think, could really have fucked him up. And even in his rookie year, the thing was, and we'll get back to the game in a second, but we're talking about Kyle Pitts because this is a conversation we will have to have this offseason. That rookie year, even at that, we were saying use him more in the red zone, number 4 pick, but he was a rookie. But however, the big thing is by week 8, he became the number 1 target on this team. He was our offense at that point, him and CP that year, which is why you finally get him with a Drake London, you get him with a Bijan, you have Algier, CP, Mac Hollins, who wasn't playing today, but still, you're looking, okay, he should be able to go off, but we haven't been, and to be honest, maybe it's not even all Arthur Smith. Maybe it's Kyle Pitts. Maybe he doesn't want to be here. Maybe he's not what is advertised, but I don't know, man. That's a conversation for a different time. All that matters is and another thing too, you want to talk about Kyle Pitts, man, Drake London's a fucking dog.
He is, man. He is good. Him and Ridder got a great chemistry going on right now.
That's the thing. Jerry, go ahead, tap that link. Drake London is a fucking dog. He goes 200% on every catch he makes. And you got to appreciate that.
Yep.
You got anything to add, 44, as far as your Aints go?
Do I have anything to add?
I will ask a question for both of you, mainly to you, 44. How do you think the game today would have went if Jameis Winston started?
I think we might have won. Personally.
I think it would have been a lot closer.
I think we could have lost.
I think
I'm glad they didn't start Jameis for that reason, because that pick six, of course, you would have gotten that out of Jameis. But I'm also going to tell you what you would have gotten out of Jameis.
They would have actually got some touchdowns today. That's for damn sure.
It would have been fucking no brisket, no biscuit, but damn it, they would have got the biscuit at least once.
Yep.
I'll put it like this. I refer to Derek Carr as the emperor of empty yards.
Yep.
He is good for throwing 300 yards, and for some reason he just can't get in the end zone. I mean, the guy is not good. He is obviously, you look at his body language and how he treats his teammates. He's not a leader. He's pathetic. I'm not.
And you paid that $150 million.
I know.
Yeah.
I think about our
Yeah.
situation with our quarterback, and then I look at the Saints, and I'm like, oh, I feel better now. You know?
At least we're paying what, about $1.5 million for Ritter over a course of 4 years versus $150 million.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, man, when are the Saints gonna finally come to the realization and just blow the shit up?
Yep.
That's what
and like, as a rival, being honest to Saints fans, like, genuinely, I don't mean this as like preying on your downfall. You should have rebuilt 2 years ago. Like, you would probably be up like head of the division if you just,
when Sean
cut your
Payton
losses
left,
on everybody and then just rebuild, start from scratch.
So
and
when
a lot
Sean
of teams aren't able to
Payton
do
left,
that.
that's when you should have gone out, and you shouldn't have. If you wanted to keep Allen for a year, that's fine. But you should have went ahead and traded Michael Thomas. You should have went ahead and got rid of a lot of those liabilities on, because Michael Thomas, I mean, who's another liability, Noah?
Pete Carmichael.
Oh yeah, I don't want to.
You know what? Actually, thinking about it, no, I want that motherfucker to stay.
Well, I know that, and I mean, considering how retarded the Saints organization is, and that includes Mickey Loomis, the general manager, and Gail Benson, the owner. He might. I mean, this organization, from what I've noticed, values continuity.
Jerry, I literally posted it.
Continuity, family first. Like their mindset is, we don't want to get Dennis fired. We don't want to fire Pete. They've been here forever. We don't want to do that to them. And I'm just like, bro, I hate
Jerry,
that.
the link is right there.
Like, Gail Benson is a terrible fucking owner. She doesn't know what she's doing. The only thing she's good for is for keeping the Saints here. That's about the only thing I'll give her credit for.
Honestly, that kind of sounds. What would you describe Gail Benson as? A nice old lady?
I mean, she was basically grandfather. I don't want to say grandfathered, but basically handed the fucking team after her husband died. I mean, it was her husband's team.
Well, Arthur Blank wasn't handed the fucking team. He got it, after the Smith family sold it. But damn it,
Tom Benson.
I think Arthur Blank is too damn nice as an owner. But one way or another, we beat the fucking Saints today. If Arthur Smith wants to keep this job, which one way or another, we know he's keeping it. This 7 games to me is really more about Ritter than it is Arthur Smith, even though it should be about Arthur Smith. It's about Ritter. And to me, I liked what I saw at times today, but I want to see better.
Yep.
I still personally don't think Desmond Ritter is y'all's guy going forward.
Me neither.
Well, here's what I want to see. I said this to Wolf.
If y'all get in that draft, if y'all don't win the division and get a spot in the draft low enough to get Jaden Daniels, I
know that's what I'm praying for, man. I would love that to happen, but we're going to win the division. And
my only concern with Jaden Daniels is that fucking size. He's got to put some weight on, man.
That's okay. I mean, look at Bryce Young, which hasn't worked out good.
Look at what that motherfucker's going through right now.
He's dying. But our situation would be much different. I think Bryce
Getting
Young would
ready to let
absolutely
Jerry
thrive with
on
it.
in. Jerry.
What up? What up? What up?
How
What's up?
about it? How about
Hey,
it?
bro. Hey. All I can say is, congrats, bro. Y'all played your asses off because the
Thank
Saints
you, bro.
definitely didn't show up today.
I put it like this, man. I think, I said it coming into the game, the Saints are going to have many opportunities to win and take control. And I felt like we did. I mean, it looked like we were able to run the football, even with Taysom Hill. It looked like we were more than able to move the football. And it came down to just basic logistics. Once you get to the red zone, the coaching didn't know what to fucking do. Derek Carr doesn't know his head from his ass.
No.
Fumbling the ball. I mean, the Saints, and it reminded me of the Vikings game. The Saints were able to move the fucking ball. I mean, they were able to move the ball
They were.
between the 20s. Let's put it like that. Between the 20s, they were excellent. But when they got in that compressed red zone, I mean, and it's been a theme all year long for us, but that all boils down to coaching and a quarterback that can actually make the plays to finish the job and get touchdowns. And we don't have either one of those things that are adequate enough.
Well, here's the thing. Y'all were talking about that. That kind of brings up a point, kind of going back to what me and ATO Will were talking about. The Falcons, when they get in the right zone the rest of the year, if they want to, I'm looking at this playoff picture now. Damn, I see us looking first place in the division. But anyways, if we want to actually win this division and we want to stand any chance of it, now we'd probably be hosting fucking Dallas, and we probably know how that would go. But we still got a long way to go one way or another. But either way, if the Falcons are going to survive the rest of this season and make it in as division winners, you have to run the ball inside the 20-yard line. You have to.
Absolutely.
You saw what works. We know what works. We know what your identity is supposed to be. We know what you were brought in to do. It's time to fucking do it. Stop getting greedy. Stop trying to make Ritter into a superstar because no, he is not that. Even if he is our quarterback next year, he's not a superstar. We want to see growth from Ritter, but we also want to win games. And when we win games, that means we run the football, and we saw it today.
Yep.
I think y'all have a chance. Like, if anybody in the NFC South has a legitimate shot to change up and make corrections, I think it's you guys. I mean, you know what your issue is, that y'all don't run the fucking ball enough. And when you run the ball for over 200 yards like you did today, you see what happens. It results in wins. Regardless of who you played, you still won the game, and you scored 3 touchdowns. So if y'all are able to sustain that kind of consistency going forward and make that and get really develop an identity, I mean, hey, you guys might be able to, whenever we're a few months down the line or a month down the line, say to yourselves, hey, man, maybe if we do this, we might have a shot, you know?
Yeah, I think we're gonna, like, the end of this year is whenever you really want to win these games. To me personally, I don't really care about winning the division, but if you as a coach want to, these teams are going to be tired on defense and running the ball down their they're going to do it, and they're going to win a lot of games. This is the time of year where the run game is super important, and we got three of the best running backs in football. Truly, probably the best running back tandem, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely. Let's look at, because I don't know how much longer you have, ATL Will. And we'll talk at another time as well if you have to go soon. I know you told me that.
Yeah.
Let's look at these final 6 games. At New York, home versus Tampa. At Carolina, home versus Indy. At Chicago, and at New Orleans, the first weekend of the year to close out this season.
That's favorable.
I think we're going to lose at least 3 of those games.
Oh,
I don't know who it's gonna...
I think you're right. Yeah, you very well could be right.
Yeah, I think we'll probably go 8-9 and probably win the division. That's just me.
8-9 winning the. I could very well say. I think that's a big possibility. But I'm going to go ahead and say this: when you're looking at those games, especially a Chicago on New Year's Eve, you're not winning that game if you don't run the ball.
I think that's the game. Like I was looking at the schedule today. I think that's one of the games we're going to win. I think Indianapolis,
That's in
any of the
Chicago,
division
ain't it?
games, we're going to win. Other than
Yeah,
the
it's going to be in
Carolina game.
Soldier Field, so it's going to be in the elements.
I think that'll
Oh,
be the
yeah.
one game we'll be
With the
surprised.
snow coming down. Yeah.
That would be cool if it snowed. They aren't going to handle our run game.
That would put a real test to Arthur Smith because in that type of weather, yeah, you're supposed to be able to run the fucking football. So
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I think that's a game we can win. I think it could be Tampa Bay, but the element of that division game, and even Carolina, because as trash Carolina is, they're still a division opponent. And
Yeah.
to me, at
That
least,
should be winnable for y'all when y'all face Carolina. That should be winnable because they ain't busting the great.
I think we'll beat Carolina. Absolutely.
I think we definitely should, but shit,
No, I don't think it's like a
teams.
should. I think that's the only guaranteed win the rest of the year.
Oh,
Carolina.
you really do. I think it should be a guaranteed win, but damn it, the Cardinals are supposed to be a guaranteed win. So there is no guaranteed win with the Falcons. But I'll definitely say, looking at that schedule, overall, you should look and say, worst case scenario, we win 9 games, and that no doubt wins us this division, but you don't know with the Falcons. But today, it was just so nice to beat the Aints. That's all I know. And now you can use this going into those final few games, and hopefully this can catapult you to potentially a division title.
Yeah.
I just want my driver's seat for it right now.
Yeah. I do have a question regarding which games you guys both, and I know you guys kind of went over it, but what games exactly do you guys have the Falcons winning in the final 6 games of the season? And if you want, I can
I would probably say
next week in the Carolina Panthers are the only 2.
I don't think, honestly, man, I'll talk more about next week when we get to Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't got a good feeling about next week.
About the Jets? Dude, they're just
they got a great defense. They got a great defense. See, everyone's talking about Tim Boyle. They got a great defense over there.
Yeah, but I mean, like we've handled good defenses this year, and we've won. And like the Jets' offense absolutely won't score on this defense.
I think we should beat Tampa Bay. I think we should beat Carolina.
That worries me. That Tampa worries me. If I had to say the 3 games we win, it'd be the Jets, Panthers, and Buccaneers. The other 3, I think, are definitely toss-ups.
I will probably go ahead and say Tampa Bay. I thought it should be a win, but we're going to end up doing our typical bullshit in one of those, Tampa Bay or Carolina. One of them, we're going to pull off some bullshit and find a way to lose that game. I think we beat the Colts. I think we should beat the Bears, but who knows? And then I think the Saints, week 18.
It's going to come down to that.
I think we can definitely.
That's going to be
that's going to turn the win around. Yeah.
That'll be flexed.
That would be good if that happened. You know, the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons is prime time on Sunday Night Football. Hey,
I could see it. That'd be sick. I would love to.
I can see it, bro.
Tell you what I see. They're gonna probably flex us to Saturday night because don't the Vikings and
week 18? Don't
the Vikings and Lions play, and don't the fucking Bills and Dolphins play week 18? That will probably be for both those divisions. And they'll put us on some Saturday night bullshit.
Yeah.
I didn't know they'd be flexing for Saturday in week 18. That's cool.
Well, you know they do. You know they do it around like around mid December, I think, which is in a few weeks. I think
early January. I didn't know they do that.
Yeah, they do.
That'd be tight. I would love it.
Everybody
beat our division rival. God, I'd
love it. Oh shoot, the Eagles won. Oh my goodness.
Wait a minute, they just won.
Yeah.
Oh shit, they won in overtime. Yep, 37-34 in overtime.
San Francisco will be their asses next week.
Oh, bro. Oh, man, it's going to be an uphill battle, bro.
Oh, fuck. I'm down fucking 21 going into Sunday Night Football.
And I picked the fucking Bills as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But
I truly honestly think, though, regarding today, I think the biggest key for the Falcons obviously was the running game, and how much we did rely on that in the second half. We did not let Ritter pass much, but when we did, it felt like it paid off. You had that big play with Drake London, and wasn't that on the same drive Bijan scored the touchdown?
The first throw, no, we ended up going for it on this ridiculous 4th and 2.
No, I'm talking about the one in the fourth quarter. I know about the 4th and 2 bullshit.
Yeah. That was Bijan got the receiving.
Which I would have taken the points there. I told you that, but
I really felt like that was going to be like the I really thought that was going to shift in our direction. That 4th down stop, and then we go and throw the pick six, and then right then and there I knew like. Yeah, Derek Carr fucked it up for us. Pete Carmichael fucked it up for not calling a Taysom Hill run there because
big time.
Even I said it on 3rd and 3, just run fucking Taysom.
Who fucking knew who Pete Carmichael was before Peyton's ass left?
Dude, when it comes down to like 3rd and 3, bro, I mean, why the hell you want to pass the ball on 3rd and 3? No one can back me up on that. Boy.
And at the 12-yard line as well, like we already stuck in the red zone. Like,
God, you could have been in the playoffs if it ended today.
Yeah, the Bills, they practically got to run the table. I mean,
likely.
Damn.
Anything can change, bro. Anything can change in a heartbeat.
Josh Allen, tap it.
The Panthers might win the division. No, I'm playing.
Realistically, if the Panthers were to win,
I don't think they're eliminated yet. I think they get eliminated next week.
Yeah.
If the Panthers were like, and this is not happening, but if the Panthers technically are not dead, like if they were to win the rest of their games, I think they would win the division. I do.
Yeah.
Like obviously it's not happening,
But Roger
will have to jump out. He told me he was only going to be about 30 minutes. Will, I appreciate you for coming on. We'll definitely talk as the week goes on. I pretty much won my fantasy game. Just got the alert there. But gentlemen, because I wanted to really talk about that with ATOL, even though I'm sure we'll talk more later. But let's talk about this game. Where do you honestly think, how big of a loss was it? Because we both came to a consensus that this was a game that the Falcons needed far more than the Saints. But now actually feeling it, how big of a loss is this for the Saints?
Oh, you want to start, Brett?
If you got what you want to say, you can go ahead, man.
Nah, man. I just seen it with my own eyes, but after this, after looking at this game, Rise of ATL and Noah, I mean, I thought this game was going to be close as we predicted, but I didn't think you were going to. I just didn't see why New Orleans did not score not one touchdown in this game, and all were Blake groupie field goals, bruh. And I always say that field goals can't win you a game unless it's down to the wire. But those turnovers and the defense not doing their job, that's what lost them the game. That's what really lost them that game, big time. And Rise Up ATL, you seen it with your own eyes because you was at the game.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll go ahead and put it like this.
Live, you seen it live.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw all of it live. And to me, man, it just really honestly felt like, because all the energy that was surrounding that game, as I said earlier, you had to win this thing to keep your season alive. And you kept your season alive today. That's what happened.
Yep.
Hey, man, on a I don't think the Saints are – I don't think you can look at this as on a mathematical level and talk about how important this game was to the Saints, because obviously I agree with Rise Up. I think this game was much more important to him and the Falcons on a mathematical level. If they lose this ball game, you're looking at a Saints team that's 6-5, Atlanta's 4-7, 2 games behind, and the Saints have the tiebreaker. They would almost have to fucking, I wouldn't say win out, but they'd have to probably finish 5-1 with one of those wins being against the Saints. I think on a psychological level, this loss it was more critical for the Saints than anything, because you don't score a touchdown, not one. What are your players thinking? What is Kamara thinking? His body language did not look good on TV. What are the guys in the locker room thinking? Like, with this coaching staff, this quarterback, like,
We've been saying that all along, Noel.
like, how were they processing this? How can
My
you
thing is, though, you
and
talk
have
about
faith?
that. Cam Jordan is pretty damn close to retirement, and he was
he's
pretty
done.
damn quiet out there.
Cam, he done, bro.
He's fucking
He
slow,
yeah.
can't move.
He's
That's
always
why I
getting
say he's
older.
pretty damn close to retirement. He's a long way from when him and Matt Ryan were best friends out on that field. The Mario Davis, his ass got beat by Bijan on that touchdown. You got to assume his time is up soon. Lattimore is on IR.
Time is on
a lot
IR.
of old pieces on that defense, man. And my thing is, especially, let's say they retire and they're out of there, because you're talking about guys who've been able to hold the Saints together, or we like it or not. You're talking about a Cam Jordan, a DeMario Davis, Kamara has been. Do you think, honestly, there's any chance you trade Alvin Kamara this offseason?
Anything's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't get rid of Derek Carr.
Anybody would be stupid enough to take him. Yeah, at this point, bro, I would just fuck it. You lost $100 million. Get this trash off my fucking team, dude. Like, I don't. This guy is so like, he snubbed the Saints organization.
Here's the thing. I'm really looking at this and I'm like, wait a minute. Did they really spend $150 million? And a guy that they've had for years on their team, in Jameis, is still there. And when Jameis was out there, granted, you know what Jameis Winston is, especially that first season after Drew Brees left. Man, Jameis was doing pretty good until he got injured. And then he goes out there, started last year, and he's kind of 50-50, and then you decide to roll with Dalton the rest of the year. And then you decide to bring Derek Carr in this offseason. And now y'all are talking about benching Derek Carr, a guy you just spent $150 million on, for a guy who's been there?
Yeah. Make that make sense.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this, and I think we all know this. The Saints, they have to stop delaying the inevitable, even though I think that's all that they can do at this point, is delay the inevitable. It's literally the players are going to have to let cave in, because you know damn well that none of the management, none of the coaches will. They are fine with 7-8 wins and just being. That's basically what y'all are stuck in. In this post Drew Brees, Sean Payton era. Mediocrity.
Yeah, it's just a cycle as long as we're in the playoff mix until December. As long as we're in the playoff mix until December. That's, it's being mid every single fucking year, bro. Like, it's, at some point you gotta bite the bullet.
Mm-hmm.
And it all starts with getting dude.
Well, here's the thing though, with this division, another thing too. Do y'all remember when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the New Orleans Saints, and the Atlanta Falcons after 2 weeks were 2-0?
Yeah.
Well, since then, Tampa Bay has only won 2 out of their last 9 games. The Saints and Falcons have won 3 out of their last 9 games. Talk about coming down to earth. Hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it felt that felt like forever ago.
It literally it feels like week 2, week 3 was forever ago, another dimension ago.
Yeah.
Now here we are, week 12. Shit is actually getting ready to hit the fan.
Yeah. And we only got like a few weeks left. So anything can happen in the next 6 weeks.
I want to ask you all, though. I do want to ask you all. Do we still think that the Saints Falcons, this division comes down to week 18 with the Saints and Falcons?
I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and say yeah for the moment, but I really don't know. The Saints have a much tougher schedule coming up than Atlanta.
Well, I mean, what is y'all's schedule?
We play Detroit coming up at home. We have actually 3 home games in a row. We have Detroit, Carolina, and the New York Giants at home. Then we go on the road and play the Los Angeles Rams, and then at Tampa Bay, and then we close at home against you guys.
So the way I look at it is, Detroit's obviously a tough game. Even though, for all we know, it's a game the Saints could win, but probably not. Detroit's going to be 5 seed. They're hungry after what happened versus Green Bay. And they're on extra rest.
Green Bay shocked them on Thanksgiving. They shocked them.
And Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn know that Saints team. And at least how they
with us
to an extent.
Don't forget you got Thor over there too, Anzalone, that linebacker we drafted.
Oh yeah, I remember when Anzalone used to be.
That's the one we call Thor.
And then y'all got the Panthers and Giants coming in. I mean, you look and say those two should be wins, but as we say, for all we know, Carolina, it's a division game and it's any given Sunday period. And then the Rams, I mean, that's going to be a tough game. They're Sean McVay.
On Thursday night, open up.
Going to make the most out of that team.
You might lose. Depending on how the Rams look. Yeah.
I think we lose to Detroit and the Rams for sure. I think those are 2 games we're going to lose for sure. I think everything else is a toss-up.
And that puts you at 8 losses. So really, you're looking at you can't afford any more losses heading into week 18.
By the way, looking at that schedule right there, I mean, as Noah stated, you got Detroit, Carolina, and the Giants at home.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up, Gad? Yeah, you got 3 straight home games at home. So, no, we're gonna be there for like until the 17th, bruh.
Yeah.
But you talking about some serious homecoming, some serious home cooking, serious. But I think you're right. We probably gonna lose to Detroit because Detroit they playing some ball this year. No lie, even though despite they lost to Green Bay, Carolina should be winnable. The Giants look like they found they rhythm a little bit with that quarterback they got. So that might slightly be I say they might win that game, depending on how things go. The Rams, that's likely going to be a loss because you open up Thursday night football in Los Angeles against the Rams. So that should be we probably going to lose that game, and then we got the Buccaneers at their house on New Year's Eve. And then we got y'all, whatever day we play y'all, the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know if they say they go either Saturday or Sunday or the New Year. So
yeah, so it's listen, for you guys, it's gonna be tough, but what the Falcons need to focus on is because what can you honestly say is the toughest game for the Falcons remain? You can obviously say it's the Saints week 18 because it's the Saints, but we don't know what either of our teams are. That's really honestly a matchup that it's going to be about only a week or two before we can really actually make out, even though we all assume it's going to be for the NFC South. You just don't know. The Jets without, I mean, with Tim Boyle, they have a great defense. I made that point. Tampa Bay, you think should be a win. Carolina, certainly you would think should be a win. Indianapolis, maybe you could say, is a tough team to face because, I mean, they are fighting. Chicago, they're not a good team. So what the Falcons need to focus on, while the Saints, they do have those tough games, a lot of those 50-50 games, is not shooting themselves in the foot, but judging by history, I still think I'm going to agree with Noah. I think you're going to get the Saints and Falcons Week 18, Saturday, January 6th at 8:15 p.m. in New Orleans, and both teams will probably be 8-8, or maybe even 7-9 for all we know. And the winner of this division is going to have 8 or 9 wins.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'll take your
Hey,
word
I'm
on
not
that.
a fortune teller. Anything can happen within that show. That's just
We know that, bro.
that, and anything can happen.
Yep.
Anything can happen. Shit, fucking. They said CM Punk would never come back to WWE. Look what just happened.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
So yeah, man, that's
Wasn't he with fucking AEW?
yeah. And he fucking
It was.
he couldn't stand them, and he went back to fucking WWE.
Fucking right.
Yep. Yeah, I saw a few highlights of that Saturday night. But Raza Betty, I gotta ask you this question. I know you keep up. I know you and Noah keep up with college football. Y'all got your Georgia Bulldogs got Alabama
No,
coming.
no. You got that all flipped.
What? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, I got stakes in that game. It's just on the other side.
Oh, dude, because my brother and I, we were watching that game
He likes
Saturday.
Alabama.
It was listen, man.
Dude,
Anything can happen in Jordan Hare. That's all I gotta say. Anything can happen in Jordan.
anything. But dude, that game was like, bro, that was crazy at the end. What I saw, that shit was crazy.
Unbelievable.
And I thought Auburn was gonna pull an upset on Alabama, but
they did. They had us beat.
they kept them in the game. They kept them in the game like the majority of the day. And hey, but either way, I got Georgia winning this, bro. I got Georgia winning this. I just don't see.
The thing with Georgia is they've won what? 29 straight games now. They're eyeing 30. All I'm gonna say is you can't count Saban out. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not saying Bama's gonna win. If Bama does win, they'll definitely be in the college football playoffs. You're not leaving a 12-1 Alabama SEC champion team out the playoffs, and you probably can't leave Georgia out the playoffs either. But one way or another, I think, man, it's just anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Georgia, you probably should win this game, but as I say, you never know.
Hey, like you say, anything can happen. So we just saw some shockers. So hey, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. Is there really anything else to talk? Where do you think the Saints go from here? Honestly, maybe we already answered that, but where do you think the Saints go from here?
I think they're going to finish out the season between 7 and 10 wins, and
7 and 10 wins. So you think 10 wins is a possibility?
Oh, not now. But I went for before the season started. I said they'll have 7 to 10 wins, and I think I'm going to be right about that. But it might not be fucking 10.
It might be more like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Might be 8 or 9. Might be 8 or 9, depending on how things go.
I'll technically be right, but it's not going to be the good kind of right. But I think they're going to finish with an average record, 7 or 8 wins. Yeah. And I mean, I think, yeah. Yep. I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
very.
Because now listen, think about this. December is Friday. This is the home stretch now. 6 games left. Everything at stake for both teams still. This is the final stretch. And it is time for the Falcons to really, as me and ATL Will talked about, use that running game now. This is the time to do it. Use Bijan, use Algier, use all of them. Do it. You got to do it. And obviously you have to have a balance. But see, what a lot of people don't realize is if you run the football, the balance is going to come. Trying to reach for you do not get a balance in football with passing the football and constantly. You're going to get a balance in football when you're running the ball and you have success doing it. Then that opens up the rest of your offense. That opens up the play action. That opens up whatever you want to do. So as far as the Falcons go, I really feel like we need to take care of business. Is the biggest thing. We need to take care of business. But how do y'all really? I'll go ahead and say this about next week. It's a game we definitely should win, but as I say, the Jets have a great defense. Now, if we run all over the Jets, yeah, we probably should win the game, and I think we will. But at the end of the day, man, it's any given Sunday, and that's the attitude I'm going to continue to keep. It was nice beating the Saints today. I'm going to enjoy Victory Monday tomorrow, but
have yourself a ball.
Wednesday comes around, we're going to talk more about the Jets game. But what do y'all really feel about that? As I say, what do you think is the key to the rest of the Saints season? If the Saints are going to have any chance,
Fire Pete Carmichael.
Yeah,
you have to replace him.
Shove him in lockers.
But who's going to replace him? Derek
fucking
Carr?
Ronald Curry. I don't give a shit, dude. Get one of the fans. Get fucking Jordan Dog. I don't give a fuck.
Is Derek Carr going to replace him as offensive coordinator?
Ronald Curry. I think he's.
No, I'm asking. Is Derek? Would you rather have Pete Carmichael or Derek Carr at offensive coordinator?
Derek Carr at this fucking point.
God damn, but isn't Derek Carr the problem?
Well, we don't know. It's kind of like trial and error. You know, if you take one out of the equation, you can see.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, you're talking about that then. You were complaining about Pete Carmichael last year.
Yeah, I'm still complaining about him.
So trial and error. There was no Derek Carr there last year. What's the fucking common denominator? I'm just asking because you said it.
Pete Carmichael.
He no, like me. He want Carmichael gone.
Yeah, it's fucking Pete Carmichael. He sucks.
Yes, I know.
keep him there forever.
No,
dude. I'm just telling somebody. I mean, you know, after that game, because the thing with that, and no, I'm sure you see this every week because I do the same thing. Every week it's the same old shit that Dennis Allen be saying, and I'm just tired of it.
We gotta watch the tape, and you know, I
hold on. No, I know what
exactly.
I know you saw what I sent you in the pregame.
Yeah, I saw the picture that you. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I sent you. That is where you're gonna get all your tape from. So when they get, I'm sure they're getting back down there, you know, to, you know, the Gulf Coast now. The swamp, as a lot of us like to call it.
Metairie, Louisiana.
Yep.
Where I'm at.
Getting down there, and you're gonna watch the tape first thing Monday morning. And you get to
hear you,
see
man.
where did it go wrong that you had to kick 5 field goals.
Well, if you look on the inside and look at yourself in the mirror, yeah, you'll know the fucking problem, douchebag.
Like I always say,
I'm actually
field goal kicks.
legitimately, at this point, I am actually legitimately curious what you're going to do when the Saints do get rid of Pete Carmichael, if they ever do. I hope they don't, but if they ever do.
Throw a fucking party and celebrate.
Who's invited?
Throw a fucking party. That's what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna get a fucking cake. You're gonna fucking get a big ass banner.
Maybe I'll get a bottle of booze and just take shots.
Get as drunk as you can. I don't care.
Dennis Allen is what I'd consider a lieutenant to a general.
And who's the general?
We don't have one.
Oh Lord!
So
Sean
General
Payton was the
Payton did
general.
leave, and went and actually is finding some success now with another team. And so, god damn, y'all are saying y'all got no general?
Nope. We got a fucking substitute teacher in Dennis Allen. And Pete Carmichael is like the geeky fucking chemistry major who graduated from Geekville University or whatever.
Damn, bro.
Look at him. He looks like a fucking misfit. Like he looks like he never had any friends growing up. He looks like he's the kind of guy that fucking people made fun
I
of.
gotta do this. This is Pete Carmichael, and I'm from Greenbow, Alabama.
Yeah, they fucking shoved his face in toilets whenever he was in school.
God damn.
Gave him wedgies and shit. That's what he looks like.
Dude,
and Derek Carr is this. He looks like this fucking dark emo goth figure. Sid from Toy Story.
Looking like he getting ready to go on some demon time, but in reality, he
Jesus Christ, man.
Time he even is able to fucking experience is when he fucking saving his kids from fucking nightmares.
He looks like he fucking paints his fingernails black. That's what he looks like.
Damn, bro. Damn.
Yeah.
I feel you, Noah. I feel you.
The Three Stooges. Oh, and Mickey Loomis. Mickey Loomis is he's become a coward. He's lost brains.
Look, I came up with a new name, and you always talk about ACLs and stuff like that. Well, guess what? That's Dennis Allen, Pete Carmichael, and Mickey Loomis. That's the ACL. Like a torn ACL or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I came up with that shit.
ACL,
Allen, ACL, Allen, Carmichael, and Loomis. When I looked at it, oh man, I like that. And no, we ain't talking about Austin City Limits. No, it's Allen, Carmichael, and Loomis. That's it.
Exactly. And it's like, I mean,
that's exactly what we're looking like right now.
Exactly, Jerry. Exactly. I'll always love my team. I'll always love my Saints.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please get your attention?
Oh.
This man that I have highlighted, he is a very bright fella. He has an IQ of 160, and we're talking about the Republicans and the Democrats and the Libertarians and all the parties. There is only one man that needs to be elected president next year. It is this man right here. He goes by the name of Jordan Dog.
My man.
J-Dog 93.
Jordan freaking dog. And J Dog made a very, very valid point. Straight up.
I don't know, dude. The Saints are kind of like they're like that fucking crackhead cousin that you have. You know, you love them, but like, you know, you can't get too emotionally involved with them, or else you're gonna fuck yourself over or
Oh Jesus.
in trouble. They're like that crackhead fucking cousin.
So you're saying
God Almighty.
basically that y'all came a long way since Drew Brees has left.
Yeah,
What we all predicted.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I can't stand the hate that people gave Drew Brees whenever he was playing. And this goes for on the field and off the field.
Mm-hmm.
Now they all complain nowadays, but y'all were sitting there being mean to him whenever he was on the team and he can't throw the ball or getting on him for his beliefs.
Okay, but to be fair, he could not get the ball downfield his final few years there. He just couldn't.
I don't give a shit, dude.
You see that bullshit he's having to throw left-handed now?
Yeah, I saw that shit.
It doesn't matter, man. He has the leadership and the brains to adjust and be versatile. Like these other fucking card doesn't know what the fuck to do. He looks at one guy when he snaps the ball and decides he's going to throw it to that one guy. It's like I'm not great at Madden. I'm not as great at Madden as I used to be. And the Saints offense reminds me of myself playing fucking Madden. Like, I'll just literally throw to random fucking people thinking that they're open, but they're not. I'll get inside the 20-yard line, and then I can't score because I'm scared to throw an interception. You know, I don't know, dude. It's pathetic.
Bruh. It's tough, bruh.
It's tough out here, man.
Yeah.
Y'all getting the paper bags out?
I already got one.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Shit, where'd I put it? Oh, I still got it.
Yeah.
I still have it.
Shit, I don't even have one.
Jerry, you need to get yourself one.
Yeah, I mean, if it had groceries in it, I'll get one. Shit. To be honest with you, Roger, I bet you, it's a good thing I was not born like in the late '60s or something like. But the Saints weren't wearing a damn thing. That's when they were wearing paper bags. Cause they weren't wearing
no,
shit
put
back.
it on. Put it on.
Yep, that you said it because that's exactly what. Cause we ain't
Hold on,
shit.
I gotta do this.
We ain't doing it. We ain't shit right now, right?
Yeah, forever the Aints.
Yep. That's what we're looking like.
Go marching in.
Oh, when the Aints go marching
in.
Oh, how I want to be
To
in
be
that number.
in number.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
Yeah. Yep. That's how it's done. That's exactly what we felt like today. Because we ain't shit after we lost to the Falcons. I can't say I can't say Falcons because they beat us. They made us pay.
Nobody in this division is playoff caliber.
Oh my God.
If anybody in this division won a playoff game this year, it would be like a fucking Make-A-Wish story like the Beastquake whenever they beat us in the playoffs.
Okay.
Or like fucking Tim Tebow whenever they beat Pittsburgh in the playoffs. You know, it'd be like one of those feel-bad stories, Make-A-Wish stories, and all that shit.
Yeah.
Probably. But hey, listen, that's the one thing ATL will say that, and listen, you can't deny this. You win a division, you get a T-shirt, You get to celebrate it. You get to say you're division champions. No matter how bad it might have came, that's the bottom line. And it might not be impressive to a lot of people, but shit, if you would know what Falcons fans have been going through which is why, honestly, if the Saints were to win the NFC South at 8-9, I don't think anyone would be impressed because the Saints have seen far better in recent years, even with Drew Brees being on for a few years. I mean, the Saints had a 9-win season. They didn't make the playoffs. The Falcons have ever really, since they lost the Super Bowl, been absolutely struggling. They made the playoffs in 2017, and after that, it's been 7-win purgatory, and obviously had the 1-4-12 season. So, if we were to win this division at even 8 wins, yes, it would be a big deal because it would be the first set. I'm not gonna lie, we're desperate. That's how desperate we actually are to win.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of losing.
Yeah. Well, you won tired today.
But here's the thing, man. Next year, I mean, we have the easiest schedule in the league this year, both of us. Next year, especially the Falcons, if we say win this division, then we're going to have to face whoever comes first place in the West, which will be San Francisco. We got to face the entire East. We got to face first place in the North, which will probably end up being Detroit. We got to face the winner of the AFC North, which will probably be Baltimore. We got to face the entire AFC West, which is the Chiefs and company, Denver. So it's not easy for any of the NFC South. That's why I honestly say, man, when is it going to get better for any of these teams in this division?
Yeah, man, I know what you mean.
Carolina, it could get better if they actually got the right coach in there and they spent that money wisely to build around Bryce Young. But the Bucs, it ain't getting better, and the Saints ain't getting better.
You can say that again.
And see, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know where the hell we're going this offseason, but we beat the Saints, so I could honestly care a little bit less.
That make you feel? Like I said,
right now, I'm just living. I'm just living in now, and when March comes.
All thing I can say, rather, like I said, congratulations on your win, Brad. Yeah, because I'll be honest with you, y'all played better than us because we weren't doing shit out there. We weren't doing a damn thing out there.
To me, it was a combination of because penalties was also kind of big for you guys.
Yeah,
kind of big for us at times too.
And that's always been the problem right there.
This is to me. This is the thing with me. When I look at this entire thing, to me, it feels like the Falcons defense, they actually came and played good, but there were also times where the Saints did shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about, Raza because I'm looking at the schedule for next year for us. And of course we already know that's the NFC South because we played twice. That's 6 games right there. But then you got the NFC East, the AFC West, and whoever went out of the NFC West come to us. Whoever went out of the AFC North will come to us, and whoever went out of the NFC North at their house.
We play the whole division in the AFC West. We play the whole AFC West.
And think about who that is. Kansas City, the Chargers, Denver.
Sean Payton's coming back here.
Yep, Caesar Superdome in New Orleans, bro. It's homecoming.
Our ass, too.
Hey, Fizzle, what's up, man? Congrats to your Broncos, man. They've turned that thing around for the best.
Yes, they did.
I'm not a big Sean Payton fan, but I hope. I know you hate the Falcons, but if Denver made the playoffs, I'd definitely be happy for you.
Yep.
Keenan
That's what
Allen.
you're. That's what you're looking at next year.
That's a first down. Come on. Yeah, good.
But that's what I'm saying, man. It's going to get so tough next year. But the only thing, but that does kind of favor the rest of this division if you really think about it in terms of the Falcons. That's really favorable because that's what the rest of this division. And honestly, man, as I was really alluding to it a second ago, the Carolina Panthers, I think, have close to $100 million to spend this offseason. So at the end of the day, if they built that team right, maybe they would have a chance, but we know Carolina ain't going to build it right. We know they're going to fuck up. That owner is too damn involved in the organization, and he won't step back. I appreciate it, Fizz. That's the issue with Carolina. They have an overreaching owner.
Yep.
So even though, yes, I say, Arthur Blank is too nice, there has to be a certain limit to where an owner, especially a guy like Tepper in Carolina, if they want to have success, they're going to have to get a guy in there that actually knows football and not just what's going to get us the results.
Yep.
But I really honestly think next season is, I don't know what you can expect for the future. All I know is now we beat the Aints. And at least for 1 week, I can listen. If we sweep the Saints, it's a good season.
Yep.
It's
all I can say.
Season.
All I can say, rise up, ATL, is enjoy your victory. Enjoy your victory. You deserve it. We did so up, bruh.
I'm getting ready to
to
close this thing out. Is there anything? I guess I'll go last. Is there anything you want to say, Noah, as we close out?
I love you, my crackhead cousin.
Oh Lord,
Jerry, man, give me something.
Oh man, wow. Only thing I can say is
asked a very question to me. I'll go last, but Jerry, go ahead.
No, only thing I can say to you, rise up, ATL, like I said, good win on your side, bro. And
I appreciate.
Like I said, y'all came to play. Like I said before, as much as I do not like the Atlanta Falcons, y'all beat us. Out of respect. Y'all came, y'all showed up and played, and we look like shit, and the Saints look like shit out there. Straight up.
All right. You both are dismissed now if you want to go.
With that being said, y'all have yourself a good week, and I'll talk to y'all next time. All right, y'all be blessed, man.
All right, Noah. I guess Noah left. Shout out to them for coming on, man. I say it. Falcons and Saints fans, we hate each other's teams. There's always that part where we're going to get hot. But at the end of the day, I said this earlier in the league. With how much hate we have, deep down inside is a black heart full of love for both sides. I want to talk about this question. Hey, Fizz asked me. I know, Fizz, I know there's a certain guy you interact with. And I saw something he even said about Ritter today. To me, this is just me. I think Desmond Ritter is a type of guy that you can win football games with. But you have to put him in the right situation. That's my honest. I feel like the turnovers are definitely ugly, even though I feel like a lot of that stuff with, ball security in his hands, he's really grown up on. Now, I think he just has to get a better feel for a defense. He has to understand situations. Where do you take a shot? Where do you not? Where do you throw the ball? Where do you maybe just get rid of it? I do feel like there's some stuff to Desmond still definitely has to grow on. Will he be our quarterback next year? It's nothing I would put money on, but who knows? Honestly, and this is really a discussion we'll have in the off season, but right now, man, I'm going to go ahead and say, do not be shocked if Ritter is back as starter next year. Do, especially if we do win this division. And he does show trade. Well, I can't troll him because he's made it to where I can't troll him, but he's not really much of my concern at this point in time. My concern is about the Falcons, not him. I don't got anything personal against the guy. But with that being said, I will say this about Desmond Ritter. And then, I'll get ready to close it out. To me, I feel like there's still stuff to grow on with him. But you have something there. He is athletic. He is. He shows tangibles of someone that can develop into something. And I understand, and I've even said it myself, the early years of Josh Allen before Stephon Diggs came, Josh Allen still has a turnover problem. But I think the biggest difference between those two is that, to me, Ritter, it really felt like there was at some point he was not comfortable. And to me, it looked like he was comfortable out there today. He didn't let the interceptions get to him too much. They also didn't put the ball in his hands as much in the fourth quarter. Really, and that's kind of how you got to operate. That really is. I mean, this is not a team built to pass on you 40 times a game. It's just not. But at the end of the day, would I like to see Ritter back as our quarterback next year? As far as going into the opinion question, to me, I gotta see him show a little bit more improvement, consistently performing at a good level. Now, I have definitely liked things I've seen at times. I would like to see more of the Ritter we saw versus Houston. I definitely would, where he looked confident. He was getting the ball into his playmakers' hands. He was letting them make plays. That's really what this offense is built off of. That and running the football down other teams' throats. So if you really get Ritter comfortable in that aspect, and then who knows? Maybe you can see growth in other departments too. Because it all comes organically in the game of football. So that's really where I stand. But right now, we got 6 games left, and I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him to go lead us to a division title, to go and lead us to the playoffs. Whatever happens after that is whatever happens after that. At the end of the day, that's really what the goal is now. We're in the driver's seat. We're first place in this division. So, yeah. But with all that being said, I appreciate everyone for coming through. 44, Jerry, ATO. Wolf was not able to make it. It's all good. I'll get with Wolf another time. We'll talk about this thing. Wolf, he's got a lot going on. So I didn't understand it, man. Why you couldn't make it. We got 6 games left. It's at this point, really, it's kind of hard for me to just be in the moment. I'm always a guy, okay, what is there in the future for the Falcons? But really all you can do at this point is just live in the moment, which is we just beat the Aints. So I will be back on Tuesday with weekly picks. something with, the way I've done the preview video, I really honestly have not decided, maybe going forward if I'm going to do it how I've done it, or maybe I just come on here and talk about the game. Is that something maybe I do? And maybe bring a special guest on from time to time. But with all that being said, man, I appreciate everyone for tuning in, everyone who's came through the chat. And with all that being said, until next time, I'm out.